Alrighty, what's good everybody? This is Generation 71 coming to you with some more Let's Play Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo. Last time we did go over, again, kind of where I started at and where my parents came from. And today we'll go over a little bit more. And since you guys already saw this level, I'm just going to skip most of it because this is what the beauty... Oh, shoot. Oh, damn it. Okay, well, yeah, just don't pay attention to the screen. Pay attention to me and my sultry voice while I fall to my death. Okay, but as I was stating... So last time we did talk about my parents and how I came to be where I am and yada yada yada, and that was a bullshit move. I don't care what anybody says, fine. I was gonna skip this for you guys, but because these stupid little, whatever you want to call them, I don't even know their names. I played this game so many times, I don't even know their names, but that's okay. I never really watched the credits, and plus, if I could read the credits when I beat this game, I couldn't read it at that time probably, so I'd be like, whatever, I call that football guy, the lava plant. These are my names of what I made when I was younger. Okay, and that's pretty much the level. But now that I wasted so much time just talking about the intricacies of Super Mario World, let's see where I left off. So, and then I still have that stupid thing stuck in my throat. It's getting annoying. But yeah, other than, my parents in general, I mean, there was a lot of family. It was really strong family bonds growing up, and it's kind of sad after the divorce how they kind of just went away, because obviously, son of a bitch. Oh, hi, still video. Yeah, I'm awesome. With the divorce, then you end up getting kind of two families. At least that's what they try to tell you with, people with divorces. Like, yeah, you get two families, you get double the love. No, what people don't tend to see is you kind of have to choose between two. So you either have one that you spend a lot of time with, or you have another one that you spend a lot of time with. Yeah, maybe in a fantasy world you do have a chance to actually spend time with both sides, but it really doesn't work out that way. Because then, obviously, there's, only one Thanksgiving, and most families will celebrate Thanksgiving once. They're not going to be like, oh yeah, let's have two dinners. No. So, it gets really interesting how things become picky and choosy, and how, after a while, one family kind of starts to shun you. And it's weird because I actually had that happen twice to me. After the separation of my parents, then before the separation of my parents, we actually spent a lot of time with just pretty much my dad's family. So I was really close to my cousin who lives, in case you did not live in Colorado, my cousin that lived in Wyoming. So I was really close with him. And, is it this one? I forget, honestly. I'm kind of paranoid. It's not that one. Shoot. 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 That's okay. I'm good with that. So, spend a lot of time with him. And then, technically, it's my aunt, though, because we were around the same age. I consider her my cousin. We all kind of spent a lot of time with each other. We were kind of like a trio, if you will. And, son of a bitch. I always miss that for some reason the first time. What I'm going to do is just... Okay, no, stop talking about the game. But... then after that, then it kind of went towards me spending a lot of time with just my mom's family. So it's weird how that ends up happening, and obviously it's unintentional, but it's just kind of how it needs to go sometimes, and it's either you take it or you leave it. There's nothing more that can be done with that. But then, I got really close with my cousins on my dad's side, but then after that, then I got kind of close, or I'd say fairly close with the cousins on my mom's side. Then I'm not gonna get this one up. Oh, I did. Sweet. And sorry, I'm still getting so distracted by this game. But yeah, then fairly close with the cousins on my mom's side, even though eventually that went away because then they kind of had their own divorce of themselves in that family. And then they spent time with, not my uncle on our side, but with, their mom. So it just goes to show you how kind of families get torn apart. And it's really sad because with growing up, having such a strong family, and then it kind of just going away, it's really hard because then you're so used to all this support and all this love. But then once it goes away, then it's like, hey, this kind of sucks. And, I mean, it sucks. I mean, that's the best way I can describe it. Yeah, I'm trying to think of a better way to describe it, but no, best way I could describe it there. Let's see if I can get that. I can't get that. But in it wasn't all bad. I mean, when you go like that, you got to kind of take it like how people think about relationships. When you know, find somebody and you spend a lot of time and eventually you break up. With that, then you got to kind of start thinking to the point, be like, oh, you know, you got a lot of good times with them. Just cherish those times. Try to not think about the negative. But I mean, sometimes you can't help it because it's just so blatant out there. It's just like, well, how can I not think about the negative if it's just, you know, there pretty much. But yeah, that's how it goes. But ooh, there's so many escapades I could tell you. Like, I remember one time with the one in Wyoming, we went up in Wyoming, and he lived at a trailer park at the time. And we were hanging out, and I had said something that really made him mad, and I don't remember. But then he just kind of freaked out and kind of threw the keys into like into a park. And I was freaking out because that was our only way to get back. And then if we were in the house before their parents came back, we were going to get in trouble because I didn't think they had the keys either. And yeah, it was just this whole thing. And then after a while, I think we apologized to each other. Then he like magically showed me that he saw the keys. Be like, what the hell? How'd you do that? It was really, really stupid. And I can't believe I missed that. Really stupid but funny. It was one of those moments where I still remember, because one of the main things that kind of impacts you when you were younger, I guess. And it still just makes me laugh to this day. But that's enough about family. I mean, what I really want to talk about also is school. So with elementary school, I mean, because of the situation I was dealt with, I really didn't feel like I had a chance to kind of set my social standards, if that makes any sense. So, like, actually was able to hang out with people and go to school functions at the school, or, you know, go over to a sleepover, and just, I didn't feel like I actually had that chance because of, can I go in there? I don't know. Oh no, that's where you come out on the other side. I didn't have a chance to do that in elementary school, and that kind of messed me up for junior high and high school, to be honest, because in junior high it was more of, I was okay with everybody, but I never, well, besides one person, I didn't have one good friend that I spent like all my time with, or a couple of good friends that I could say, hey, you know, they will be there for me no matter what. I had a bunch of, yeah, you know, I know these people, they're cool and all, but, you know, I don't really expect them to ever pick me up if I need a ride or anything like that. And I mean, there's some benefits and advantage to it, and a lot of, I still tell a lot of people this, but they still don't believe me, is I got a lot of my partying done in junior high. It's just like, well, how much partying can you do in junior high? Well, trust me, you could do quite a bit. And you also got to consider my junior high was 7th, 8th, and 9th. So with that, you kind of have people who are supposed to be in high school in junior high, and no elementary school kids from people who are in 6th grade. So it was a little bit more mature, and then a little bit more options to actually do certain things. But yeah, I got a lot of my partying done out in junior high. And I guess because, again, with all the divorce, then I did nothing in high school, mainly because as soon as I actually got out of junior high, I actually had my first serious relationship. And then from there, it kind of went from there. So first serious relationship led to the second one, and I will talk about that in a later video, not right now. Then the second one led to the third one, and just went so on and so forth. But that's not to say that, you know, there weren't certain, like, I was unexperienced before that. So I did trot around in junior high and did have my escapades, but I can honestly say that I didn't necessarily go all the way with every single girl. I've only ever slept with 2 women, just because, again, I still think that's sacred, still think that's, you know, the most you can share with somebody, and after that there's nothing. So there should be like a few people that you share that with. I know not a lot of other people necessarily agree with me on that, but it's just the way that I see it, and it's the way I live my life. I don't expect anybody else to. I don't judge anybody else who, you know, do sleep with a bunch of different people. You know, it's like, if that's how you want to live your life, I mean, go ahead. I mean, it's not hurting me anything. And the only time it does hurt me is, like, let's say if it's a girl that I actually do care about a lot, and it turns out she slept with, like, you know, 11 different people. You know, it's not trying to say, hey, you know, just because you're a whore, that this is why I can't be with you. No, it's not that you're a whore. You're not a whore because you do that, but it is kind of hard to accept that the person that you love and want to share so much with has shared that same love with so many different people. It's just a mentality that is hard for a lot of people to get over, especially myself. So I mean, again, you can agree with me and disagree with me. That's why everybody has their opinions. This is the internet. Everybody has their own opinions. Damn it. I didn't mean to do that. For some reason, I thought that was the pee balloon. But yeah, so I did. You could still do a lot without going all the way. And so that's, I'm going to stay on that. I don't want people to think I'm a playboy or, you know, a freaking, you know, man whore. I'm not. I honestly never thought I was. But yeah, so. But yeah, because of how I grew up, kind of messed up my social standards for my whole life, pretty much. Because again, it was the whole, oh, you son of a stupid fish. Son of a stupid fish, I like that. I wonder if I can hit this. Okay, get this stupid fish out of here. Oh, really? This is gonna kill me, watch. Yep! I was hoping that keyhole would work. Well, just because of that, I'm not gonna go there. Nah, I need to finish up. Man, it did mess up my social standard for junior high and high school because, again, did a lot of reckless things that I probably would have never normally done in junior high and in high school, where I probably should have done in high school, not junior high. I didn't do because of my, you know, commitments, because I was with somebody, I wasn't gonna, you know, mess it up. Commitment's a big thing to me, so all that good stuff. But I mean, I don't really mind it too much as well, because I did have a lot of good times with the people that I shared that with, and just because they didn't end exactly the way I wanted them to doesn't mean I wish they never happened. I wish certain things wouldn't have happened, but I don't want the whole thing to go away, because those are experiences that you learn from. They make you better, they make you wiser, and if you don't try to take something positive out of it, then it's kind of like, well, what are you doing? And I am not gonna get that one up because it probably despawned. Sweet. Wonder if I could get this. Yes. Okay. I will take this if I cannot do a roundabout jump. That one up's gone. Damn it, that's what I wanted. But yeah, I did have commitments through high school, all the way through high school and after high school. But I mean, it was all good. It was all good. It was some good times. Good times all around. Sorry, I'm trying to concentrate here because I really don't want to die again. Let's see, get over this fish right here. Take out that, and apparently just... Okay, cool. It's still alive. Stupid fish. You're lucky that you're gonna be gone. At least you should be, technically. No, I don't want that anymore. I swear, sometimes the grab is like just so iffy. Sometimes I wish this could be Sonic too. All the coins you grab, I wish every time you had at least one coin gave you an extra life, no matter how many times you grabbed it. That would be nice. But let's see, what else did I want to talk about? Yeah, I mean, talking about my life in general is kind of weird because I really don't know exactly kind of where to go with it. I mean, I don't know. I guess I could talk about, well, let me get through this real quick. I mean, where I am now, I mean, it's kind of an interesting situation too, because I was going to college right after high school, and it worked out but didn't, because, okay, so there's that whole story. So right after high school, was in a serious relationship, so serious that we actually lived together before we graduated, but because of the job that I had wasn't really giving me as much hours I needed, at least to survive, I needed to get another job. So I ended up getting another job, so didn't actually go through the whole high school thing right away. But then after dealing with the situation I was with my second serious relationship, which didn't work out, then I decided, hey, it's time to go to school, time to actually try to do a little bit, because you hear all these things where it's like, hey, you want to be successful, go to college, this is what's going to make you successful. And that's not necessarily true. There's a lot of people that I've actually met over the course of then and now, is you don't necessarily need college to become successful. There are a lot of different ways to do that, especially if you're doing what you love. The possibilities are just endless, essentially. So, but at that time I was thinking, yeah, I need to go to college, and it was doing all right. I mean, I felt like I was doing really good, but there are certain situations, and for the life of me, it's kind of really pathetic, the situations, at least in my opinion. But because of all the emotional distress I was dealing with my second serious relationship that ended, I honestly did not do good in school, which ended up me being on financial probation and all that, and it just got really bad. And I say it's pathetic because I never should have gone to that point. I should have really been, hey, like, hey, this is how it ended up being. We had a good run, but we can't say that we didn't see it coming. So, or I didn't see it coming, at least, because I saw it coming from a mile away. But I kind of also initiated it too, and that's a whole story for another day. But because of that, that's where the situation I am. And then because of that, then I needed actually to move back in with my grandparents, and that's another story in itself, which we can always get back to eventually. But it was really one of those weird things where right now I'm 21 and a half now, which is actually, well, almost 21 and a half. But I was talking to my mom the other day, I never wanted to be one of those people who was like, 21 and still living with their mom or with their grandparents or anything like that. I never wanted to be that person. And I was set up to never be that person because I had money to where the point, I could have had my own apartment. I could have been fine even if I was unemployed for like 6 months. But because of situations that ended up happening, it didn't work out that way. And it's a real shame. And this is where I am now. And it's kind of like I'm working out of it, but it's a big hole to work out of. But alright, guys, I'm going to cut it there for now. I know this was kind of a depressing video. I'll try to be more happy next time. So this has been Generation 71, and we'll catch you guys later.